Welcome, Sagittarius, to your love reading for February of 2019. So, let's look into what's going on with you, okay? So, as we start out the month, the person that you're dealing with, there might have been some friction with you towards the end of January. And this person is either not wanting to communicate, not wanting to leave the connection, maybe because you've broken up with that person. So it's almost like they're still clinging to the connection. So the Tower is coming through with the Moon in reverse and the Ace of Cups. This is a scenario of still being in love with you, still feeling like something could happen with you, and not able to free themselves from the connection. And for others of you, this is where some kind of truth could be coming out about how you might be in love with another person, or you're into somebody else, and there's some new love there. So the Tower is coming through, separating, truth being revealed in some way. And then the person that you're dealing with, their response is you're trying to heal, you're trying to let go. Death with the Hierophant showing up. Now this could be the loss of a loved one, reminiscing and mourning about the loss of a loved one, and trying your best to take it in stride to be able to heal from that connection. Any kind of wound, if there was a miscarriage, a loss of a child, even a family member, a previous separation, so the death to a marriage, and not really wanting to communicate. I feel like a lot of you are standing away or moving away from that particular person because there's a new passion there. Whoever you might be dealing with, I feel like they still are into you, but they also may be into somebody new. The Ace of Wands is showing up, so I feel like they're split between you and another person, okay? Because as the Nine of Cups is showing up, that means that I feel that you feel good in a way of separating from somebody. All right, that's what I get a sense here. For those of you who were trying to get closer to another person, and if they didn't open up to you, if they didn't make the necessary moves, you were tired of the connection, so you let them know how you felt, and then there was like a breakup or separation that was there. And then the Nine of Cups is making you happy. You know, you're happy to be free. You're happy, I feel, when it comes to career, doing other things, and you're motivated to make some changes. And I feel your partner or love interest, Page of Swords, so it could be an air sign, doesn't have to be, watching you, maybe even trying to communicate with you and trying to see what you might be up to, because they're trying to figure out why you might be so happy even in the tension. You can see the Tower again showing up in the beginning of the week, but beginning of the month. And then as Valentine's Day, you know, it's like around the 14th, so the second week of February, there are some concerns around who you might be seeing, what you might be doing, what you might be up to. So I feel like there's an energy of spying or asking you questions to hang out, or if you're into somebody new, so maybe even a younger person that might be there. But then you turn around and it's like you're not even looking at that person. That's what it seems like to me. First you're feeling good with you and to be able to make some changes, and then that person is still thinking about you, wanting to communicate, but then you're going in a different direction. The Knight of Pentacles is showing up as working on career and trying to make changes and make some more progress when it comes to financial stability. So I feel like that because you're giving off this kind of energy, they're not liking that at all. Right? The Five of Swords is showing up, and this is how they are responding to you, which is confrontation, getting, you know, very confrontational. And I feel like they might be riling you up, like getting you very annoyed. For those of you who just want to let somebody go and you just want to move on, I don't feel like that person is having a tough time with being able to do so. Even if, for instance, you've been trying and you want to move on, now the person is not liking that too much. Right? Four of Cups is your energy again. You're responding in a sense you're needing to forgive this person. You're trying to work through a different way of being able to open up to somebody else, but focusing on healing. I feel for some of you, it's like you just don't want the connection right now. The other person, then they only have the only thing they can really resort to is working. All right, the Ace of Pentacles is showing up, Ace of Cups, you got the Ace of Wands. See, these are opportunities to start fresh with somebody, but to me, this is, I just get a sense that this is still an energy of someone that you've moved on from, but the love is still there. Like, you still have feelings for this person, or they still have feelings for you. And in the back of your mind, you like to know that. You like to know that they still feel this way for you, but is it enough for this connection to work out? And that's why you have deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. If that's you, you try to be honest with your partner to speak about what's truly there, so that you can, stop this, this cat and mouse kind of thing that's going on. Page of Swords is a younger energy. You have the Knight of Swords, which is a bit older, but that person still doesn't want to really communicate well and wanting control, wanting to do things their own way for some of you. So Ace of Pentacles is showing up. That person is kind of like the Knight of Pentacles is showing up. That's you kind of working, right? Doing what you need to do. And that person gets frustrated. You're still turning them down, and then they just have to just say, hey, it's whatever, and then they start to work and kind of do what they need to do. So I feel like this is, to me, whoever you might be separating from or trying to work through, like ending a relationship, it may go that way, but they're confrontational, it seems to me. But I feel like you'll be able to avoid getting into extreme confrontations. The extremities that I see there, or the confrontation I see, might be really in the beginning of the month and towards the end, but not in a sense of physical altercations. For some people it might be that, but it's more of a verbal exchange and keeping a distance from them. I mean, they can get mad at you that you're not ready, or that you don't want to accept a connection, or that you're now really not wanting to accept it because you have in the past, but now you're not wanting it. That's your decision, right? So stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And then we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. The control that you might give off is just saying that you just don't want to deal with that person anymore. You're just not ready, or you're not wanting to connect. You're not wanting to connect. So I feel, be aware of someone, maybe even you might get some kind of news that comes through of somebody that might be passing away, or that might be a loss of a loved one that you might be mourning over, or someone else that you're dealing with. They might be mourning over that, especially in the beginning of February. There might be some kind of loss there, but there's still this energy of, now some of you may have gone through a situation where you've lost a loved one. That person has gone. You spent some time by yourself, and it's hard for you to get closer to somebody because the spirit of that person might just be around, or you feel like that is still in your energy, so you can't really open up to someone just yet. And your partner is just, they try to understand, but they're still wanting you to open up or take your time with that. All right. There might be some kind of blame going on because of something that happened with death or the loss of somebody. And you might say that you're the cause of it, or somebody else is the cause of that. That's what something seems like to me. So that's what I sense. I feel if you want your freedom, you have to take it, and don't give in to whoever this person might be. They might have every right to be annoyed by you, but I feel like don't force a connection if you feel like it's not ready or a good thing for it to work right now. So that's going to be your reading. I hope the message has helped out. Much love, much light to you, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the best, and you can always go to psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. So have a good one.